All right, yeah, your boy Partee and the boy L. James. We back in the building. Word to the culture. What's happening, brother man?
Nothing much, man. How's it going with you?
Oh, just out here in Portland, Oregon, just making it happen. It's been hot as hell out here all week, and I'm really not loving it because I left Texas partly because of the heat. So I don't expect to have heat out here in a place where it rains like 75% of the year. So.
Supposed to have record highs in the Bay tomorrow, so man, you escape anything. Well, it's hot as hell out here right now.
Yeah, y'all can have that. I'm not with that. I'm not with all this heat. Just give me 75 with a light breeze, and I'm straight. I'm good to go. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. We got a few stories to go over. First of all, let's get into ASAP Rocky. All right, so he got into an altercation. Him and his crew, him and his people. They were in Stockholm, Sweden, right?
Yeah, they're in Sweden. I'm not sure if it's Stockholm, but I think it's somewhere in there.
I think I saw in one of the articles I was looking at, they said it was in Stockholm. So they got into an altercation with two young men. And from the video that I saw, you sent me a video, I think it's like 5 minutes long. It looks like the guys are harassing them for whatever reason. Just from, and obviously this is being shot from someone in ASAP Rocky's crew. So who knows what was left out, or who knows what, or maybe it's the whole video. I have no idea. But it looks like these guys were following them for whatever reason. And, they kept telling them, we don't want no problems. Back up. Quit following us. They proceeded to keep following. Like, these dudes was just not, they was not letting up. They just wasn't letting them. Now, you saw the video, right? You seen the video, and I'm sure you've read a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I seen the video, read a couple articles. It seemed like they wanted to take a picture, and he said no. And so then that infuriated him, and then they just started messing with him and just bothering him. And then they had an altercation with the bodyguard. And, the Swedish government saying the bodyguard picked one of them up by the neck off the ground. But, there's no video of it from anybody or any spectators. ASAP's camp saying that didn't happen. And so then you see a video of one of the dudes throwing his headphones at the bodyguard, hit him in the head, and some other stuff. And then even after that, you see ASAP try to calm him down, like, look, man, just go about your business, let us be. And they just kept bothering him and following him. And, other people, you can hear him in the background telling him, hey, leave him alone. And eventually, it sparked off, man. Now, of course, young black men are the ones who get arrested.
Well, of course, you know how that goes. That's not just in the United States. That's all over the world, basically. You know how that's going to go. Now, this happened on June 30th. So, this is almost a month ago that this incident actually happened, from what I'm reading. Mm-hmm. And now, from what I know, they're still there. They're still being detained.
Yeah, they just got charged yesterday on the 25th, 26th. I'm not even sure what the day is. Yeah. But I got charged yesterday. Officially got charged yesterday. So they're supposed to have a trial in maybe next week.
I believe I saw next Tuesday, which is the 30th, my birthday. But yeah, I saw next Tuesday. So so basically a whole month is going to go by that they're being detained without hearing, without seeing a court date, without hearing their case or being able to plead their case.
Mm-hmm. But that's the craziest thing to me is the fact that you can detain somebody and hold them to figure out if you want to charge them. Like, even in the United States, you got to be charged first. Like, they gonna hold you in jail, you got to charge them something.
Exactly.
Like, they were held for 3 weeks where they tried to figure out if they wanted to charge them or something. That's a crazy thing to me.
Yeah. There are newly released records, including photos of the alleged victim's cuts, bruises, and blood-stained clothes.
Oh, yeah, he got whooped after the fact. But, yeah, the choking of when the alleged bodyguard picked him up and stuff, I haven't seen anything. But they're saying that they have, like, the CCTV cameras and stuff like that in the city that we don't have access to. So, you never know. But to me, like, at some point, the claim of self-defense has to wear off, because just say that happened and then you hit them with the headphone, right? All right, they say leave. At some point in time, you can't keep claiming self-defense if you following somebody,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't have self-defense if I'm following you and then eventually another fight breaks out.
You can clearly see in the video that they're trying to defuse the issue. It's not like they're just, all right, everything off, let's get down. They're trying to diffuse it. They're trying to walk away from it. But dude, Jafari, he keeps pressing the issue. I mean, he's not going away. He hits the bodyguard, was it with his headphones a couple times? And then he's talking about, I want my headphones. And
you see ASAP basically throw dude to the ground, and then they jumped on him.
Yeah, but like at certain times, the camera was like off of, you couldn't really see much at different points of the video. I mean, you could see something that you could hear and see that something was happening, but it wasn't like a clear view.
Oh, no, you could clearly see ASAP throw dude to the ground, and they mocked him. But, I mean, what it led prior to that, you don't know, and right after that, you don't know. But, I mean, you could clearly see, I mean, the only part I couldn't tell is if dude did something to ASAP first, and ASAP, because, the way he grabbed him, it was kind of like, it's almost like you just swinging somebody to the ground that may have hit you first. Yeah. And then you throw them blows. But I mean, I don't know if dude was trying to run away, ASAP grabbed him and had him by his shirt and swung him, or if dude was trying to hit him and he grabbed him. You tell he grabbed him by his shirt and swung him by his shirt to the ground, and dude's feet off the ground and everything like that, and then they mopped him up real quick.
His feet came off the ground.
Rat.
Oh man, that's
drums on the stage, but you know what I mean. You can't keep following people forever.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude definitely brought that on himself. I mean, he didn't want to take a picture, so move on. Like, I don't understand that. Like,
but that's been happening lately. Like, even with I'm not sure if you heard about it. I didn't bring it up, but Future bodyguard got knocked out earlier this week too. But he got hit with a rock. They said on the side of the face.
Ooh.
But it sparked because Future didn't want to take a picture with somebody. So it was like, man, people getting way out of line. If you don't want to take a picture, I mean, it's like, come on, man. All this flexing for the gram is getting outrageous.
Yeah, it's getting a little, and see, it's gonna lead to somebody getting like really hurt even more. So I mean, dude got hit in the head with a rock. I mean, that's bad enough, but it's gonna lead to someone really getting injured and really.
Oh, you better believe next time Future bodyguard gonna have a hammer with him, and you're gonna let that thing fly. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna take another rock to the face. I'm telling you that now.
So now, were they just out and about, kind of the same way ASAP and his crew was? Or like, where was this at?
They were overseas too. I'm not 100% sure where it was at. I just seen the video of it. I'm not positive where it was at. Yeah. It looked like it was close to an airport.
Okay.
So they might have been just getting in somewhere. But I mean, yeah, he took a vicious, because he kind of wasn't even paying attention. He didn't see it coming either.
Yeah.
Which made it worse. He was trying to fend off some other dudes, and dudes stuck up behind him and caught him on the side of the face with a rock.
Now, did he throw it, or like he hit him actually, like he had it in his hand and hit him with it?
He had it in his hand and swung it and hit him with it.
Oh, so you can actually see who did it then? That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude was talking all kind of mad shit afterwards too.
Okay. Because he hit him with a rock, huh?
Yeah. I mean, if that ain't attempted murder, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, you hit somebody in their head with a rock.
I mean, Jesus Christ! I mean, you knock dude unconscious. That's a solid deadly weapon at the minimum.
At the minimum, yeah. Somebody is going to end up getting really even more so than this injured at some point. I mean,
somebody won't get shot.
Well, yeah. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. And it's just funny how these incidents are happening overseas, and they're not even happening here. They're happening overseas.
Some stuff's happening here too. I've been hearing about little stuff here, but I mean, it's just getting. See here, you know that they may have that weapon with them. You might have that thing with them.
Yeah, that's true.
But overseas, they flying and stuff. I mean, it's less likely. I mean, they might get somebody who bring it, but I mean, if you go overseas, there's no point in catching a real charge over here for guns. So
yeah, they definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go out of the country and have illegal guns that you ain't supposed to have. I mean, they already being detained for a fight for a month, basically. Imagine if they had guns over there illegally. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. That is not the lick.
Say the crazy thing is, it's like the third incident I heard about this in Sweden. So, I don't know if you remember, you know G-Eazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Bay. But, so he was over there, and he was talking about how he also got into a fight and got caught with drugs on him, too. Ooh. They said his thing took, like, maybe 2 days, and he just pled guilty, paid a $10,000 fine, and was out, right?
Huh.
Yeah, white guy. Another dude, I don't know if you follow Andrew Schultz. He be with Charlamagne on the
yeah, they do the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So his cameraman got arrested over there for a fighting a bouncer too. And he said he was there for almost like 2 months before they finally dropped his case.
Damn, for 2 months?
And so his cameraman is talking about even before this happened, and then after this happened, people were bringing it back up. Like, yeah, like the first month or so, or at least first 3 weeks, they put you in a raggedy-ass place, give you horrible food. Like, they basically try to break you and make you plead out. Like, all the conditions are horrible. Like, it's just, like, beyond unhumane the first month. And then eventually when you start staying there longer, then they move you over to, like, a better prison since you actually be there for a minute. But they're trying to break you that first month and make you plead out and just give up.
It ain't much you can do about it. I'm saying you're just there. You got to deal with it, basically.
Yep.
How do you see this going? I mean, because they're supposed to be heard next sometime this coming week. So I mean, how do you see this going?
I can see either they get him to plead down to like it's like a retarded charge that makes no sense to save face, or I mean, honestly, I don't see how you convict. I really don't see how you convict. I mean, but it almost seemed like the way they handled it, they're trying to throw out everything that happened prior to it and just have it based off of the little skirmish at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the bodyguard who allegedly choked somebody is cleared of all charges. The guy who's harassing everybody hit the bodyguard in the head with headphones is cleared of all charges. So all you have left is ASAP swinging dude to the ground and his crew jumping on him. So if they try to omit everything else and that just be the facts, then it look like, oh, ASAP just fought somebody and that's assault. But you take everything into consideration. It's like, nah, dude, who kind of got what he got what he got.
Yeah. So basically, they're just gonna take 25% of the whole ordeal, and that's what they're gonna use to charge and try to convict. Yeah,
but I mean, it's such a high profile case. I'd be surprised if even over there, if everybody hasn't seen it already. So you at least will have juries who've seen the whole story. Whereas if it was in a different courtroom or it was, like say it was just a regular person and this same thing happened, man, they screwed.
Oh yeah, like if that was me or you, that'd be it.
Yeah, they'll literally just be like, all right, well, since the bodyguard didn't get charged for this and he didn't get charged for that, then none of that counts. That's inadmissible as evidence. And all of a sudden, we just left with a video of one of us throwing some dude to the ground and whooping that ass.
Whooping that ass.
That's not a fair illustration of what happened.
No, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, I know this is one of them situations where it's kind of like, damn, I wish we had not been out at that time. You know, I mean, you can't avoid everything. I mean, you can't just live your life just kind of locked away from the world, especially when you a star and you got to be out there. But I know it's just kind of one of them situations where they probably looking back, especially ASAP, is like, you know, what could we have done to avoid any of this? I mean, they tried. They tried to avoid it. They tried their best to walk. I mean, you can clearly see that in the video that they're trying to walk away. And
the only other thing they could have probably did is maybe had like one more security guard, on top of my head, and then the first security guard just kind of holds them back. Y'all dip to a different corner, and then dude just meet up with y'all later and basically separate it that way. You know what I mean? Like that could almost work. But even then, I mean, if all of a sudden you leaving your boy 2-on-1, I mean, they're small dudes though. But I mean, even then you leave them 2-on-1, trying to get ASAP out of there. But I mean. That's still asking too much.
I mean, even the fact that they're small dudes. I mean, you're in a foreign country, so you don't know if this might be some type of setup. You don't know who may be around what corner. I mean, it wasn't that. Obviously, it doesn't look like it was, but you just never know. You never know if you're just being targeted just because you are who you are. You know what I mean? So who knows that if they split up that way, but then, you know, one of your dudes is by themselves and now he feel the wrath and, you know, all kind of people come out. You just never know what can happen. So I get what you're saying, but it's one of the things where you're on foreign turf. You don't know what might happen in a situation like this. They did the best they could to try to remove themselves from it, I got to give them credit for that, because it's not like they just said, you know what, gloves off, let's go at it. They tried their best to move on and move away, but dude just wouldn't let up. They just wouldn't let up.
The great part, you can even try to say, "Oh, call the cops," but man, the cops might find issue with something you doing and just
exactly.
Hey, man, I smell something on you, and something like that. And now you go to jail for something stupid.
Yeah,
like you just never know. So it's hard to even be like, "Yeah, call the cops." It does just in a no-win situation, and they win.
And again, the fact that you're in a foreign country, they don't have the same justice system and laws that we do. Okay, I know we complain sometimes about the legal system here, but it's even worse than a lot of other countries, especially when you come in from America, from the United States. So, yeah, you just don't know what's going to happen. So that may not be a route they wanted to go anyway. I mean, or hell, maybe he could have just took the picture. I don't know why he didn't want to take the picture. Maybe he just didn't feel like it. But that's his right. You don't always got to be people, it's just such a sense of entitlement today. It's too much entitlement. Oh, just because you're a star and maybe I bought your album, you have to give me a picture. No, maybe he should, but he doesn't have to at every corner. He's not the first star that's turned someone down for a picture or an autograph. He won't be the last.
I mean, the only other thing I say they probably should have did differently is just not have ASAP fight. But I mean, that's asking for a whole lot for you not to jump in there. But if you don't get in there and it's clear that you didn't throw any punches on them, the government's not going to come after you, after your boys, the way they come after you because you're a star.
Oh, but of course, yeah.
So that's the only thing that maybe, like, going forward, just any entertainer, any artist, it's like, all right, I got the goons here for a reason, let them goon.
I got the goon.
So I'm going to stand back. Because even with Future, they'll try to make fun of Future, but these people got him out of there before his bodyguard got hit. Like, they was arguing with dude. I guess he didn't want to take pictures, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they got him out of there, and then later on, his bodyguard got hit. But these people got him out of there, so he wouldn't be in any situation and possibly lose money for everybody.
But that's what they're supposed to do.
I know, but I'm saying that's what if they could have rewind that day, that had probably been the best solution. Like, all right, these dudes keep following us. Yeah. Let's just get in the car and get ASAP out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime it's a situation like that and, you got the guy that's making all the money, you got the crew, you got 5, 6, 7, 8, how many people around him, get the guy out that's the breadwinner because he's feeding everybody. You don't want him. I mean, when Lil Wayne went to prison for the guns, somebody should have been taking the rap for that. He should not have gone down for that.
Even Michael Vick for the dog fight, somebody needs to step up.
That too. I mean, somebody else should have been taking the rap for that. Not the one that's the breadwinner. But I mean, that just goes to show you that, it really ain't a lot of loyalty out there. Especially with the Michael Vick thing, because it kind of could have been avoided for him to go down for that.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah. Somebody got to, step up and take that. But I mean, what he did was deplorable. I'm not in, favor of it. But when you the star, you're supposed to have these people around you. They're there for multiple reasons. Okay. Multiple reasons. Somebody else got to take that rap. The star should not be the one, because then if his money stop, your money, everybody money stop. That's it. Yep. It's on hold for a while.
So your boy Chris Carter used to talk about that. He goes, "Yeah, when I rode, I had a fall guy." Yeah. His whole role was to take the fall.
I mean, and I think he got a little backlash for saying that, but it's the truth.
Yeah, he did. He got a lot of backlash. He's like, "Yeah." Because you get to hang out, you get to get the girls, do everything you want to do. But when time comes, you got to take the fall.
That's the truth, because here's the thing. When you get to be a big star like that, or you're a star athlete, whatever it is, at some point you're probably going to have some type of altercation go on, especially if you the type that like to be out doing stuff all the time. I mean, you're going to have some type of run-in. You got to have people there that's going to, what they say, know your position, play your role. You're a role player on the team. You got to play that role. The star can't go down for that, because then nobody eats, and then it's just that's it. It's over. It's more than likely. I mean, he'll bounce back from this. I mean, they'll move on, but I mean, going forward, somebody else got to take the rap. Or just.
I mean, but they had already lost out on probably $3 million, because he was scheduled to do all kind of festivals going up between there and Germany and some other spots. So they probably lost $3 to $4 million. Plus, I mean, if he ends up getting convicted, and he might do 1 or 2 years, I mean, that's on up all kind of money.
Yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate, but yeah, they basically, like you said, they've missed out, or he's missed out on millions because of this incident. Real quick, did you see President Trump chimed in on this?
Yeah. The funny part is, I don't listen to nothing about Justin Bieber at all, but I guess he tweeted him back and basically like, don't talk about them if you're doing the same thing here in America. And like, yeah.
Oh, Bieber said that to Trump?
Yeah, so you can't talk about somebody's inhumane and doing all that stuff, and you got these concentration camps at the border and stuff.
That's very true. That's very true.
Oh, cold part, and just a side note, they had an 18-year-old dude that lived in Texas. I guess he Hispanic. Boy, he got put in one of the concentration camps, and he was a U.S. citizen. They had him there for like almost a month.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But he's a citizen.
He's a U.S. citizen.
Wow.
He had like a Mexico like travel passport or something.
Yeah.
And it was some kind of something on there was funny, but he had like his birth certificate, social security card, everything when they picked him up. But they saw that one little card, and something was off with it. And so then they just said, "Up, you're an immigrant. We're rounding you up." So I mean, he's undecided if he's going to sue or not, but he is.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And for for the Trump supporters out there, I don't want to hear this. I'm not racist, because if you're basically supporting him and you're condoning this and not speaking up, well then, hey, you're in the same boat with him.
He lost over 20 pounds.
I'm sure he did. He wasn't feeding. He said dire conditions.
He said they don't really feed you. The conditions are horrible.
Yeah.
You got people on the concrete floor. And he said he lost about 20 pounds. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And this is happening today in 2019. 2019, this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And people are still supporting this asshole to the death. Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. All right. We're going to move on from this. But I hope the boy ASAP and his crew, I just hope they make it out of there soon, get back to the States. And I don't, like I said.
Last time anybody go to Sweden for a while.
Oh, yeah, it might be a while. I think a lot of acts is probably going to, especially hip hop dudes, they're probably going to skip Sweden for a while.
Yeah, I'm checking this one off the bucket list for the time being, just in case.
For the time being.
I don't want no problem.
Yeah, because you don't have the pull that ASAP Rocky might be able to afford.
Yeah. Don't got the money, don't got the support.
Exactly. You might at some point, but for right now you don't. So
it's like fry that little black boy. Like out there,
fry his ass. Oh yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, or even a thumbs down if you didn't. And also let us know in the comments as well. And don't forget to share us with a friend, family member, or hey, even a stranger on the street will do. I'll catch you in the next video.